Hello my dudes, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet. If you're new here, I'm Evan, and I knit and things. Today I have for you podcast episode number 18 of my 2026 podcast series, and today for me is Thursday, July 23rd. So, let's jump right in. Today I have no finished objects, but I do have 5 whips, and we've got some spinning, and I have a small acquisition, and then we can talk books. So, this will probably be relatively short today, but that's okay. Let's jump right in. So, whips. First, as always, is cross stitch. I thought we might finish this one this week, but we didn't. Or I didn't, rather. Not we. We I show you guys, but me I work on. Okay, so here's Wartortle. He's almost done. There's, I think, 2 more colors of blue and then white. So like white goes in his eyeballs obviously, and then there's white in his fluffy bits, but then there's some blue left as well. There's 2 more lighter blues. So he's almost done, but not quite. Then this is the Jaunty by Andrea Mowry. I'm working this up in my hand spun. The fiber was a rainbow targi from Jakira Farms. That's what it looks like. And I think I knit approximately like 3 rows on this. No, a little more than that. That's where it was when I ripped back. And then I did like almost 1 repeat. I took this out to dinner last night, and that was it. That's all that's been done. Yeah. I am going to take this. I'm going to my parents' house this weekend for a family get-together, and this will be the project that I take. So there's a decent chance this may be finished by next week, just because it's the only project I'm intending to take with me. And it's an hour drive there, plus we'll be there all day, plus an hour drive back. Although, this is hard to work on in the car, because like, I'm sure I can do the knit in the row below without looking, but that makes me nervous. I don't want to get like 15 rows down the line and then be like, ah, I missed a loop. That makes me furious. But I have a lot. Like, literally, like, all of my projects are half fisherman's rib / half brioche, which are the same thing, just knit differently. So this is the Best Dressed Vest by Ashley R. Adams, and it is also half fisherman's rib. I'm knitting this up in Sinful Yarns. This is burnt copper. It's 100% merino. It's fingering weight. There's a decent amount of progress on since last week. Last week we were here. So that's a lot. I have 12 more rows on the front panel. We have switched to smaller needles for kind of like ribbing would be at the bottom. I mean, this is all ribbing, but it just provides a little bit more structure at the bottom. But that's the end. We've got 12 more rows on the front panel, and then we'll move back to the back panel and do the same thing Although the back panel gets knit a little bit longer, but I think the same amount of rows will look longer in the back because they have less to go over, you know? But yeah, that's where that is. Very pleased with that. So like, I suppose that's a better direction. And then we'll go back to the back. And then after the back, we have ribbing around the neck hole and the armholes, and then we like kind of tack the front and back together like there, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not a person who reads ahead in patterns. And I mean, that sometimes comes back to bite me, but we'll find out. Okay, the next I have a new cast on. I mentioned last week that I was like annoyed at all of my projects and didn't want to work on any of them. Well, then Andrea Gaughan's new pattern, the Honeysuckle top, came out, and I really wanted to test knit this, but I didn't have time when it was in testing, so I immediately bought that and swatched and cast on. So again, this is the Honeysuckle top by Andrea Gaughan. Here's my swatch. I am knitting this up in Terrapin Fiberworks Chesapeake DK, which is 100% organic cotton, and the colorway is Basalt. This pattern technically calls for a sport weight, but I had the options of fingering or DK, and based on the gauge, I knew DK would work better than fingering. Although I have a feeling this would be just as fine in fingering, and you would just have a really, really flowy fabric, and I think that would be very nice. But I've been looking for something to use this yarn for literal years, so I'm glad that I found something. But here's where we are. So you do like the front and the back, and then you connect them, and then it's got like the tie straps, so you do that after. But we are connected, and like 2 rows. Can you see that? Like 2 rows into the connection point. And yes, this also looks exactly like half fisherman's rib, but this is half brioche. So it's knit slightly differently, but the fabric looks exactly the same. I mean, it looks a little bit different in the purl column, but it's basically the same. So that's how that's going. I mean, I suppose I could also take this to my parents, but I don't know that I will. We'll see. I mean, this, you don't have to look at as much because you're not knitting into the row below. You're doing a yarn over, and then you're knitting those together. So like maybe this is a better car project and things. Who knows? Maybe I'll bring this instead, and then maybe this will be finished next week. Because like I did most of this in like 2 days. It knits up pretty quickly. But that's going to be really cute. Okay, and final project is my content project. It's Plod, the African Flower Triceratops. If you don't want to see, skip ahead to spinning. And you can start from the beginning here. If you do want to see, this is Plod, the African Flower Triceratops, and this is a pattern by HAYDAY Designs. I am using a bunch of Caron Simply Soft that I have. And here's what we're looking like now. So we've got, I don't remember what this looked like last week, but we've got feet. Stomach holds it together. We've got a row here. We're working on the second row. We've got most of the tail, not all of it. Tail's not quite finished yet. I need another hexagon here, and then I assume this is where like the head goes, but I don't know if there's more to that, and then we need to do like the back and the frill. And then there's a piece on the tail as well. But this is what this is looking like right now. It looks real weird. Look at all those ends. No, I'm not weaving those in. I'm not cutting them either. It gets stuffed. Like, that's just free stuffing. They're tied in knots, and that's all that's happening. It's going to be inside of a triceratops. That's not my business. That's not your business. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's very cute. It's like got guts coming out of his tail. Or her tail. I don't know. Their tail. But yeah, that's what Plod's looking like for now. I just realized that there's only one flower motif that we have teal for the petals, and it's the stomach. I want another teal petals. But you know, that's how dice go. Dice do what they want to do, and that's all there is to it. So, that's how that's going. And that is all the knitting, crochet, and cross stitch. Now we can talk spinning. Because it's still Tour de Fleece. So today, for me, is day 20 of Tour de Fleece. It ends on the 26th, I believe, which I'm pretty sure is Sunday. We're not going to do a day by day because I did take several days off this week because I've been power washing my deck and the side of my house that are really dirty and just made for very sore hands and arms. So I had to take a break. But I did finish the singles for the fiber I'm currently working with, which is from Jakira Farms, and it's a silver merino. And this is the second bobbin that I just finished this morning. And then here's the first bobbin. So these are ready to be plied. Focus. Yeah, these are all ready to be plied, and I will probably do that tomorrow since I will not be here Saturday. I mean, I could do it Sunday, maybe. We'll have to see. Like, all day out and about at my parents' house is going to be a lot on Saturday. I may be dead Sunday and not capable of doing anything. We'll have to see. I hope to finish that by the end of Tour de Fleece, but if not, then it'll get finished next week. And it's not the end of the world. And then I'm still going to count it as a win for wanting to do 2 braids during Tour de Fleece. Because I finished all the singles at least. Plying, that's a separate thing. Anyway. So, acquisitions. I do have a small acquisition. Haley from Twin Veiled Artificer, who is now rebranded as HAYDAY, did a little dice stuff drop. She makes like knitting accessories like stitch markers and earrings and jewelry and things. And so when I saw that it was dice themed, I had to get on that. So I got a stitch marker set that was dice. I got a pair of earrings, and then I also got a mystery stitch marker set just for funsies because I just love her style. I'm trying to find the other one that was part of the mystery set. Oh, here we go. So the mystery stitch marker set included 3 stitch markers. One was this cleaver, which I love. One was this spider, which I don't love, but that's okay. I don't like spiders. Too many legs. And then one is this really adorable frog. Look how cute that little guy is. He's so cute. And then I got a dice stitch marker set. So it came with like each of your standard polyhedral dice. We've got like a D20, a D6, a D8, a percent, a D12, a D4, and a D10. So here's a 4. I'll just show them to you. They're all this sparkly blue, purple. I should have kept them on the card for this, but I was too excited. There's 2 more. And then here's the last 3. So there's 7 of them. And then the earrings I got are also dice. One is a percent, and then one is a D10. And look at these. Aren't they pretty? Got little daggers on the bottom. I really like them. You know I love dice. So that's my little acquisition. And I think that just leaves books. I put my couple hand spun that are really pretty up here to be like our little decor before they get used. There, that's better. So, books. I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books this week. Before you come at me being like, that's insane, let's see, 1, 2, 4 of them were short stories, and 2 of them were manga. So this was a shorter story week, so there are a lot of them. Only 1, 2, 3 full novels, okay? So first was the Wednesday Witches Book Club by Sarah Beth Durst. That was a short story. Most of these are not out yet, actually, so sorry. That one was 4 stars. It's a short story. It's not out yet until the 28th. It was like a collection called Magic and Mystery. You know how Amazon sometimes does like little collections of short stories? Like they did Hot for Slayer, which were romance short stories with like popular romance authors, but they had like a Halloween theme back in Halloween. And then for summer they did like summer romance ones that were like kind of campy. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So there was 7 of these. I got all of them via NetGalley, and I've read 4 of them now. So Wednesday Witches Book Club was one. Miss Gentle and the Case of the Very Flat Monk by Travis Baldry was one, and that one was 4 stars as well. This series is called Magic and Mystery, and it comes out the 28th. So they're all like famous fantasy and horror novelists. Part of that also was A Labyrinth of Honeybees by Heather Fawcett. Really liked that one, 4 stars. Battle of the Roundhouse by Tanena Reeve Dew. That one was 3.5 stars. It was okay. It was a Western. which I don't really feel like fit the vibe at all. Like, yes, technically there was magic involved, but I mean, I liked the writing. I didn't like the Western, but that's how it goes sometimes. And then other things. I read Witch Hat Atelier Volume 6 and 7 by Kamome Shirahama. 4 stars for both of those. Then actual novels. Dreamland by Olivia Blake. 3.5 stars. This one, I believe, comes out in August. It was interesting, but I wanted more. The end kind of fell flat. Uprooted by Kennedy Rhodes, 4.5 stars. This is out via Kindle Unlimited or like wherever you buy books. This is a sci-fi alien romance. Really liked it. Very fun. And finally, The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. 5 stars. Loved it. So cute. So sweet. I loved The Spell Shop. I loved Enchanted Greenhouse. And now I am also reading her newest book, Sea of Charms, which doesn't come out until next week either. Then the other 2 books I am currently reading are Book of Night by Holly Black and This Inevitable Ruin by Matt Dinneman. We have an hour left in this. It's literally a chapter and the epilogue, but like I know everything's about to like explode and everybody's gonna die. Possibly. So like it needs to be read all at once and we just haven't had time. So that brings us up to 123 books so far for the year. Which I feel like I hit pretty early this year. The goal is usually like between 150 and 175. I think we're going to go past that this year. And that's fine. Like, the goal means absolutely nothing to me. If I read 100 books because I was doing something else that I liked instead, that would be fine. If I read 50 books because I was doing something else that I enjoyed, that would also be fine. I could not care less how many the number is. I just like keeping track of it. And my little book page. Although I didn't, like, okay, I've never used all of them in here before, and I'm gonna run out. Like, I had to put more, like, just shoved on this page over here, and I may have to put more over here because there's so many short stories this month. Like, that's gonna personally drive me crazy. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys this week. Short and sweet. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe if you're not already. You can follow me on Instagram and anywhere else you feel like. The EvanKnitsThings Bookclub. You can check that out. This month for July, we're reading Ring Shout. And yeah, you can join if you want. And we'll pick the book for August pretty soon here. It's just a poll, so like, you can pick whatever you like. If you want to support the podcast, links to my wish lists are down in the description box below. And you can click the notification bell to be notified of my next upload so you don't miss it. And I will see you guys back here next time. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Bye.